Hey, welcome to another episode of Legion Elite Motorsports. I'm your host, Isaiah. And today we're going to pick up where we left off from the previous video, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, everything is put back together. A little bit of time for the silicone to dry over here. And drive shaft is in. I have these wires out, and I'm gonna put these back up once I get the speedometer cable back in, the new one, which I have to go get. And the ground wire is connected, drive shaft is in, everything is right and tight. So I'm going to put it on the floor for now, put in the shifter up top, and I want to start the car, run it through some gears, make sure everything is good, and take it from there. Then we'll jump on this speedometer cable. I also want to do the AEM Wideband. So I'm gonna connect that also, and yep, we'll be good to go. Okay, battery's connected. Car's left in neutral. Perfect, no noise, no nothing. That's exactly the way it's supposed to be. Let me actually feel this clutch pedal. See if yeah, not bad, nice and stiff. Feels good. Okay, and we have our speedometer cable. I believe that's the part number. So this part goes to the transmission. Spins this wire. And this part goes to our gauge cluster. Yep, pretty simple. All right, so we're gonna start tearing into the dash, and we're gonna do exactly the same thing we did with the yellow car, but on this one. So I'm gonna open it up and show you how we're gonna run the cable and take it from there. Okay, so it's popped out there. Now it's got to come through. It's deep down in here. Let me see. There we go. See if I can. A little complicated, but that wire right there is the speedometer cable. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it through the firewall, which is the same hole I use for the boost gauge, the standalone computer, and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna pull that through there, and I can also pull it through the bottom. This is it right here. See that? Then it has to go through the firewall. Let's see if I can get a glimpse of the hole. Probably not. But push this through the hole. We're gonna route the new one through the same exact hole. Okay, and you got a 10 millimeter there and one more up high to take loose to put in your new wire. Then after that, you button it up to the transmission and you do the same up top. And put everything back together and it's all done. Pretty simple with the original harness. And next what we're gonna do is change out the wideband. So I'm going to undo this one and put in the AEM. Okay, so removing the innovative wideband. All right, so you take the Phillips screw out of there, gives you access to behind the radio. This lower panel has two Phillips there and there, and then it slides out, and that plug right there is the original engine harness plug, which was detached and sold many moons ago. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go behind the AC unit, and there's a spot to get through a grommet on the right hand side. I'm going to show you the grommet on the right hand side in just a second. Before we do that, I want to show you the gauge I'm putting in. Super slim AEM, and let me see, there we go, part number upside down. There we go. So you get an idea of what all comes with it. And because this is so slim, I could literally put this anywhere, but what I'm going to do is put it back where I had this one and take it from there. So technically we can mount the gauge and everything. Comes with O2 connectors and fasteners, wiring, and that's for the O2. So yeah. Okay, and over here I kept it simple. We have ignition switch power on red, ground is ground, and this is the tuning output for the computer. So I get a reference from the wideband so I can tune through the computer. So just 3 wires, and let's see if she lights up. All right, here's the plug here. Let me grab the gauge. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, that's one of the 2. I still have to do the O2 sensor, which is the other plug. But just for now, I want to see if she works. So let's set this right here. Key in on position. Yep, bingo. Saying that because the sensor's not plugged in, but that works. Okay, so this is where our old O2 sensor is, and that is the grommet. This is the old wire. Okay, we're back on the inside. cleaned everything up, so it looks nice and neat. All right, so as far as the gauge, it's going to, there we go. So it's going to sit up like this. Probably put a piece of Velcro on the top side just to hold it in the right position. Something like that. And yeah, that's all done. All the wiring for this gauge and everything is done. Only thing we have left is the O2 sensor for the outside and running the wire to the bottom, and that is it. So my O2 sensor is technically here, coming out the side. So I'm gonna pop that off and put in the new one, run the wire as clean as possible without getting burnt. Okay, so this is the sensor wire. We're gonna run it up top here, and the sensor is down here. Let me show you guys. Right there. So I'm gonna pop that off and run the new O2 sensor, and the rest of the wire that's sticking out, I'm gonna tuck it away nice and neat, and that should be good actually. So I gotta take this old wiring out, and we'll be good to go. Okay, I still need to put the double-sided tape on this, but everything's connected for it. I want to see it work. Make sure we're in neutral. Alrighty. Alright, it's heating up. Yep, she's running pig rich. That's what I thought. But that's good. It seems to be very accurate. So, hit the gas. Yep, I will definitely dial it in now that I have the AEM hooked up. And that's about it. She's running pretty good. Okay, so I just finished going for a ride, and the car is actually performing excellent, but ran into a couple of mishaps while driving the car. So you know, it's a little difficult to drive this car and do the computer and camera and everything all at once. So I ended up taking the car out solo, and basically, you know, the car was doing great. I was running some numbers, making sure everything was in its right area, and full throttle, everything looked perfect. There was no issues or anything like that. And I actually got a chance to record my last run before I ran into issues. So the issue was the last run, I actually was in it full throttle, third gear, so on and so forth, and then all of a sudden I smelled plastic burning. So this gauge that I just put in, that was brand new, you know, almost $200, is all gone. It's dead, it's burnt, it's crispy, And I pulled over to find out, you know, what had happened. And it seems the wire that was ran, you know, through there to the wideband, it was dragging the ground. It was dragging the ground, and another part of it was touching the muffler, and it got hot enough, of course, full throttle, to where it burnt the wires together and made this unit burn out and everything. So I got a burn on the O2 sensor, the wire that goes to the gauge, and burnt out the gauge. So technically that's every single piece that it comes with ready for the trash. Let me actually show you guys the damage so we can see exactly what all happened. Alrighty. So, as you guys have seen, ran the wire from out of here down here. I had it behind the heat shield and everything. And we got a burn here, a burn here, a burn down there, and everything. So we got another burn. Let me see if I could zoom in. There we go. There's another burn right there. And I think that's the catastrophic one that caught everything on fire. Not everything, just the gauge. So, yeah, that's pretty much trash. So, great. So I definitely have to source out another one and find a new route to run everything. And this time I'm gonna zip tie the wires in place so they don't move. These engines are known to be very shaky, and if you're drifting or whatever, it will come undone as shown here. So that's that on that end. And then now we're gonna go to the last log before this this stuff happens. So bugs. So let me hit play, and we go through 3 gears, and we use launch control off the start. So, all right, we're holding it there. That's 2nd gear. That's 3rd gear. And that's 4th, and let off. So now we can actually dive into each individual window to see exactly what was going on. So launch control is set at 4,000 RPM. That's timing, or excuse me, that's injector milliseconds. And then water temperature, load, it shows, you know, TPS 100% throttle. And then here's the boost window and voltage window. So we're gonna hit play again so you guys can see it one more time. And we'll stay down here. These windows down here usually seem to be more interesting. So launch control. 2nd gear, about 14 pounds. 14 pounds, about max. I'm seeing higher numbers, but it's not consistent, so I really don't count it. And then that's it. That's all she wrote. So that is pretty much how the test drive and everything went. And yeah, we're gonna have to get more parts and repair some more, so stay tuned. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed and found something useful from this video. Definitely subscribe, hit the bell icon to get updated notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Wish me luck.